Hello and welcome to another JMP video. I am your host JonNario, and today it is another 20k PR class. This time I will be using the Neon Ninja. My Neon Ninja is currently sitting at 22,597 power rank. This is my speed farming class that I use for pretty much any type of event, and so on and so forth. Well, here are my stats: at 201,022 physical damage, 93 movement speed. I do have maximum attack speed at 273%, 45 jumps, and 94.9% critical hit and 1549.2 critical damage. I'm still doing a commentary at almost 8 a.m. in the morning, so excuse me if I am pretty much that I'm being done. My gear is pretty much fully pearled movement speed and attack speed on all pieces of gear. I don't use critical damage. Even though I don't use critical damage, I still have like 1550 critical damage on my stat. Like, what is wrong with me? I would have been like over 1600 if I do have like all critical damage gear, but I don't need it. But still, I use this class normally with speed in mind, so pretty much all speed. So movement speed, attack speed is pretty much mandatory for me specifically. I use maximum health on hat and face because I don't need damage. I can one shot pretty much everything. And on my weapon I use jump. Reason being is because I like to maintain myself at really high momentum, so I'm pretty much doing flips everywhere, like 110%. And I'm jumping like literally everywhere. I'm also using a energy regen ring because again I am using shadow flip a lot. I know I'm jumping around a lot, and jumping does while you're jumping you don't regenerate any energy. That's why I have Celas. I'm just going to explain why in a sec. But when I'm on the ground and I'm doing shadow flips, then I want to maintain as high energy cost as possible. That's why I will recommend getting energy regen on a ring rather than just getting on your weapon, because you will be missing either attack speed or movement speed, which are pretty much very important. But at this point on, I really don't need energy attack speed on my weapon, because I do have almost 300% attack speed by default. Like, what is wrong with me? I am using also Raptor Berserker because of the movement speed buff when you kill an enemy. The Trailblazing Emblem, again movement speed, because I want to keep high momentum, high movement speed with the Neon Ninja. Conjurer's Crucible Vial, Vest Vial for Magifying Dungeon Farming, and the Celas Emblem. Why is the Celas Emblem, you might ask? Like I said, I do maintain myself in midair like a lot, and I normally use my flask for movement speed, not for damage. So if I'm mid-air, like doing shadow flips, I don't want to use my wings to recover my energy, so I pretty much just pop a flask and keep doing shadow flips. So I'm able to restore all my energy using the Celas Emblem. I also use the Night subclass. I could be using the Lunar Lancer subclass, but since I'm using a lot of flask, then I want as much flask as possible. My gems are pretty weird. I do have like my Empower Gem specifically. Like, if you thought my Shadow Hunter had like really high critical damage, this one should have a little bit more, because I do have a 2-1 crit damage roll right here, and my two other Empower Gems, so my Air Empower Gem, my Pyro Disc, and my Class Gem are 3 crit damage rolls, so what? And my lesser gems are pretty much a 2-1 physical damage, 2-1 crit damage, 2-1 crit damage, 2-1, well, pretty much this one is a crit hit and physical damage. I want to re-roll it, but at the same time I don't really care. This one is one of each, so I really need to swap this gem. I haven't gotten like a really good gem that can swap this one. And a 2-1 critical damage. So yeah, it is a really high focus critical damage character. How I like to use this character is pretty much, yeah, I am still in the same biome that I completed all my dungeons with the Shadow Hunter. Rip me. How I like to use the Shadow Hunter, the Neon Ninja is, this class I like to maintain as high momentum as possible. So maintaining really high momentum, really high movement speed is all there is to it. So you will be seeing me use a lot of flasks so I can maintain really high movement speed, and you are seeing like I am pretty much jumping around all the time. Bombs are also your friends, your friend with this class. And yeah, that's pretty much how you use this class. You use this class like you've seen so many people use this class. So the 1 to 3 shuriken. There's so many videos about the Neon Ninja. It's not even funny. Like the Neon Ninja is probably the most popular speed farming character in the game. If you are looking for a speed farming character for dungeons, you're looking at a really good character. But there's a catch. I do see a lot of people that want to use the Neon Ninja, and they are like below 10,000 power rank. If you are a 10,000 power rank or below Neon Ninja main, I would suggest you use another class. Reason being is this class is really dependent on critical hit. You really need high critical hit to do really well with the Neon Ninja. All of the damage comes from his shuriken. The shuriken on the Neon Ninja does incredible damage, but it does incredible damage only if you do critical hits. So if you don't have high critical hit with your Neon Ninja, you're not gonna do really well. I had a really good example on my other video. I'm just gonna show you a clip right here that even with back then, before like yesterday's recording, I had 80% critical hit. So you saw that even with 2 critical hits, with 2 shurikens that didn't crit, it took me like way too much to kill a boss. So yeah, it is a really dependent class on critical hit. So this class is mainly geared towards endgame players. So if you're starting the game and you want the Neon Ninja, just use the Neon Ninja to farm like materials and stuff like that, but do not use the Neon Ninja to speed farm dungeons like this, like I'm doing right here, cause it's not gonna work. I'm sorry to say, it's not gonna work. The class itself is amazing, it's so much fun to play, but if you don't have high critical hit, at least 70% critical hit, you're not gonna do well. And especially if you don't have something like Short Strike. Short Strike is your friend. I'm not using Short Strike, first of all, because I'm like almost 95%, and secondly, I love using Celes and jumping around like a maniac. And throw down like I do this, like doing this, going into dungeons really fast. And honestly, it is a really fun character, but like I said, it is only geared towards end game players. If you're starting the game, just don't. It does like the shuriken without the class gem, it is pretty bad. It does a lot of damage, but it does like 7.5 times damage. A fully charged shuriken plus 2 times damage on your critical damage. You probably can see like all those damage on my class review on the Neon Ninja. But once you get the class gem, obviously that it gets like really good AoE. And not to mention the damage just becomes ridiculous. 9.5 times damage plus 2.5 times damage if you do a critical hit. So your critical hits are just ridiculous. This is one of those classes that you really don't need like Marshall or something like that. Oh, I saw my Quirkstone. I was grinding a little bit of Geo today, so yeah. On the other video, like on my Gunslinger video, I sold my cave birds. So yeah, fun times. I'm gonna pick those up like real quick, like after I'm done with this video. But yeah, you're seeing on screen, this is pretty much an endgame Neon Ninja. It's really fast. You can tell it is really fun to play. But you need to prepare yourself to use this class efficiently. But if you don't care what I'm saying, if you just want to use the Neon Ninja, just go for it. Just use it. Use whichever class you want. But I'm just trying to state some facts on why is the Neon Ninja not that good. And I see a lot of people that use the Neon Ninja and they're like, oh, I really want to make the Neon Ninja. I'm like, and their main is like 6,000 power rank or something like that. And like, no, dude. Get a character to 10,000 power rank, try to get a lot of gems with a lot of critical hit, and then focus on the Neon Ninja. Don't just go with the Neon Ninja because your progress is going to be like really slow. It's not a good beginner class, and not to mention the class itself is one of those advanced classes that requires quite a bit of materials to craft. But yeah, that is all I have to say on the Neon Ninja. Like, the Neon Ninja is a really fun class. It does pretty much good work on every single bit possible. It can be used on Shadow Towers, like a pretty famous YouTuber, To Love Burrito. He's also like on Trillium and here on Xbox. He mains the Neon Ninja. He managed to kill like Ultra Dreadnought by himself. Like, you can do really well on solo Neon Ninja, but obviously it's not recommended because the Neon Ninja, you have to be really close to do really good damage. Well, you have to be really close, do damage with your basic attack, then do a backflip, then throw a shuriken, then go back and keep getting hit. And honestly, I don't know, it's not good for group play. And I'm full on my inventory. Well, yeah, anyways, that's all I have to say on the Neon Ninja. Like, the Neon Ninja can be used in any shape or form, especially in dungeon farming and farming materials like any type of resources and dungeons. Neon Ninja is just top of his game because of the Shadow Flip 50% buff, the insane high movement speed, the really good momentum that you can get with the Neon Ninja, not to mention, like, look at that speed. There's no other class that can get this speed. The only character that can get that speed is the Drake on Lava, and that's it. But yeah, anyways, I'm rambling all too much. That is all for today. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of the Neon Ninja in the comments below. I really want to do that tier 5, but hey, whatever. Let me know what you think of the Neon Ninja in the comments below. If you have a Neon Ninja, tell me your power rank and anything whatsoever. Also, in the night video, I forgot to mention that if you have a knight, which power rank is your knight? Knight Master Race, pretty much. Leave a like if you want to help me grow, if you want to help the channel grow. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and that is all for today. I hit my microphone. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and keep on hunting. See ya, and remember, the Neon Ninja is good, but only for end game. Alright, see you around.